Hello, my dearest confidant. So we're going to time warp you guys ahead. I am on day 20 of my 21-day Sananga eye drops. And I haven't been doing videos the last few days. I had somebody here from out of town that I wanted to give my full attention to, somebody that I had recently met and I wanted to get to know better. And we had a wonderful weekend together. Sometimes we're tough, sometimes we're easy, but I wanted to give her my full attention as much as I could, right, with my animals and my spouse and my children and whatever else that was going on. I really value her friendship and the relationship that I have with her. So hopefully if she sees this video, she'll see that I'm not just saying it to say it to her. It's true. I'm saying it to whoever's watching this. But this weekend, I took a day off from, actually, no, the day that we had a really wonderful day and then a really crazy night was the day that I took double dose of drops. I did the mild and the medium drops. And, you know, I have been asking the universe to show me the divine secrets that lie dormant within me and to help me, you know, to become the best version of myself. And the full moon just happened yesterday. And so we've been building up this momentum of energy. And, you know, even if you don't believe in that sort of way of being, the new age way of thinking of things energetically, if you've worked in healthcare, then you know the full moon brings out the crazies. You know that things shift around the full moon time frame, just like if the weather's going to turn really bad, like animals know it, and so they start acting a little differently. It's the same thing with the energy of the moon. And so the more magnetic. And it was a super moon last night, a super moon, full moon last night, a buck moon. And so it just made the energy crazy, chaotic, but in a good way, right? It shook up a lot of stuff. And let's go back a little bit for me to say that I have been having, had been having the craziest back pain. Like I hadn't been having back pain like that for a while. And I had been having really bad back pains. I'm talking about like, I have to really be slow when I first wake up in the morning, because if I'm not in the direction that I'm already getting out of bed in, I would have to take it very slow to get myself into position to be able to get out of bed. And my back hurt so bad that I wasn't able to stretch. I would have to get up, power through, and then once I had limbered up a little bit from getting my morning coffee and stuff, I was able to get to a place where I could stretch my back and help it to feel better. And so she came into town earlier that day, you know, and we had done some things that maybe necessarily weren't a great combination. You know, we were drinking and then we did smoke a little, and it happened that, but I think the combination of all of those things really brought back something that I really needed to purge. And so there's this reoccurring dream that I had as a child where I was running around at night and, you know, I look up and then there's the cover of the trees, and it was a certain type of tree. And I've mentioned trees in my stuff before, I think, but especially if you go back to my psilocybin journey videos, you'll see stuff like that. But anyways, the combination of us sitting out there and me being inebriated and having this, I went into that night thinking with an intention, right, that I wanted some answers, that I wanted some things to be clarified for me. And it wasn't just me drinking to have fun. It was me drinking for a purpose. And you may or may not understand that. You may or may not agree with that. I don't care. It doesn't matter. I got what I needed to get from that night. And so I had a flashback from my early childhood about the person that was abusing me. And I remembered intimate details of that person, because when I did my psilocybin journey, I just had one bit of information that told me who it was. And so then of course I questioned that. I was like, that it can't possibly have been this person. Like I can't, this, you know, this, it can't have been that traumatic. Like this can't be real. And so I had questioned that off and on for years, right? I had been having a lot of different things happen that made me question that. But that night, it came back to me in intimate details, like, there's no way that it is not who I thought it was. There's no way that it was, like, for instance, my mother always thought it was my father. No. Absolutely not. 0% chance of those interactions being my father. And so that was amazing to clear that up. But I mean, I was back in it like it was happening. Like I was sobbing and screaming and Like, I remember his hand being over my mouth. I remember the details of his fingers. And I remembered. And it was so hard. And the friend that was there with me, again, somebody newer that I hadn't known very long, she held space for me and she didn't judge me and she let me purge. She let me have that happen. And she let me know that I was safe. And so when she came down, I thought that it was going to be more about her and helping her. And hopefully I have been helpful to her. Even if it's just to let her know that her gifts are real and that she should continue. Because she held space for me, and I haven't had somebody hold space for me since I went and visited Janelle and did the psilocybin journey. Not like that. And so that was amazing for me. And even though it was weird for her and scary for her, I'm sure, and confusing for her, it was extremely beneficial for me. And so tomorrow's the last day of my 21-day journey with Sananga eye drops, and I feel as though I am more powerful than I was before. I feel more intuitive than I was before. I can see the ways that I can alchemize my energies and situations. Oh, by the way, the next morning when I woke up, even though I didn't feel great in my gut, my back pain was 100% gone. I had zero back pain, and I realized it immediately. Like, that's gone. And now I'm able to notice other pains in my body that I now know that I need to focus on to purge and get rid of and alchemize. Right. So sorry about that aside. But I've also noticed that when I want something and I believe it, and I also tell myself what I do want, those things are starting to happen. So like a very small case in point was, she originally wasn't supposed to get here until 10:30 that night. And I was like, I really want her to come. And I don't want to discourage her from showing up, but that's really late. Like, I usually go to bed at like 10 o'clock, and she was talking about having dinner and like, having a good time with me and things. And I was like, that's really just not the way that I live my life. And she doesn't usually stay up that late either. So it wasn't like I was doing her a disservice if I said something, but I was like, I'm going to honor this commitment to her that I've made, but universe, it'd be really nice if she could come earlier. And I didn't say a word to her, but she showed up at 5 o'clock that afternoon. She told me she was going to, but she showed up at 5 o'clock that afternoon. And so that's just one of those small things that I was able to, in my opinion, right? Because everybody has their own beliefs. In my opinion, that was a small way that I was able to manipulate time and energy. And it was encouraging to me because I know that that's one of my gifts. And so if you've not tried Sananga eye drop, Sananga, however you pronounce it, again, supposedly they're supposed to be hallucinogenic in nature. I did not have any hallucinogenic things happen to me until that night that I had other things, a combination of other things. And I really don't think it was the Sananga, because Sananga only lasts like 15 minutes. I really think that it was the smoking that did that for me. And I do not smoke because I do not like the way that it makes me feel. But I tried it again because I wanted to get different answers and I wanted to try a different perspective. And I also wanted to see if maybe because I'm in a different place in my life now, if that changed. And it didn't. I don't like it. It's not my thing. It's not my thing. I'm definitely more in tune with the Sananga and the gentle, therapeutic, intuitive benefits of that. And so if you haven't tried it and it's something that you are interested in trying, find a reputable seller and purchase some and try. And just like me, I mean, the initial eye burning, that lasted a good 10 seconds. And then there was really just clarity is what occurred. And so I think I'm all over the place with this video, but that's okay. One other thing that I wanted to go over really quickly was the cards that I got for today. And I'm no longer doing free oracle readings because I believe that I deserve to have an even energy exchange with people that are looking for that sort of thing. And so no more free oracle card readings, but today the messages, I had number 5 again, so again, change is coming. The cards were creativity, um, yeah, I have belief, I can choose to believe, and then adjustments are coming. And all of those things together tie with the super full moon, the 30%, closer, larger energy from the moon, and the things that are going on in my life right now. And as for you as well, you're watching this video for a reason. And so, it's time for me to start understanding what it is. Not start. I understand what it is that I deserve, and I deserve nothing less than what you deserve. And if you feel undeserving of giving your time and your energy away to other people that you think need it more than you, you are sadly mistaken. And this is the time where you can take the energy that I have for you to say, yes, you are deserving of everything it is that you truly desire and want and need in your life. I'm not talking about the frivolous things, I'm talking about the meaningful things, but abundance in all areas of your life. No matter the cause, no matter the reason, you deserve it. And you need to know that. And I also deserve it. And there's enough for everyone. Forget about that lack mentality. The people that are in lack, that is their issue. That's not your issue. It shouldn't be your issue. And so I'm here to tell you that it is safe to want what you want, desire what you desire, and to manifest the things in your life that you feel called to do. I'm not talking about taking from other people. I'm talking about believing that you are deserving and waiting for the universe to show you the direction to go to manifest that thing. You deserve it. You absolutely deserve it. And I love you. And I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing a video tomorrow or not. We'll see. But today's day 20. And I am going to be doing the drops one more day, and then I'm going to take a break because I should. I deserve a break as well. And so I love you, my dearest confidant. I will be seeing you around. Until next time.